That's so dumb. So unbelievably dumb. When I saw him bugging out like that, I knew I should have just shifted over. Good start. Very good start. You're back. What's up, Gabe? Yo, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. I'm feeling optimistic today. If nothing else, I feel like I can grind for a pretty long time tonight, so... That makes one of us, yeah. Crap day at work and huge eye aches. Well, like your eyes are just like sore, sensitive? What do you mean eye aches? Sorry you had a crappy day today, man. Yeah, I gotcha. I've been, I'm definitely getting a bit of eye strain myself from kind of too much time on the computer and not enough being outside lately. Today I went outside some today, but we didn't have much sun. It's the storms, there was a lot of lightning storms today. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, I've been, I don't know, I've been really not productive lately. I blame Chuck entirely, man. I've been playing way too much Path of Exile 2 off stream. It's just, it's hard for me to justify streaming games, and I know people aren't going to be interested in watching me play, but I just need to suck it up and do it. And just, yeah, I get too self-conscious about what I'm streaming. I get way too caught up in who's watching and how many are watching, etc. And I just need to stop thinking about that stuff and just stream whatever I'm doing. I've had this problem for years. Part of what's been kind of killing my motivation to stream and make videos is I just really want to get this mount and do this video first. But because I'm dreading fighting Chuck, I end up just playing other games off stream. It's a complete waste of time. Dodge my uppercut. I should hit him with like none of my initial combo. It's crazy. Insane. that's right. Double check that. Yeah. Yeah. I also hope I get it today. That's crazy. What are the odds? I plan on being at it for at least a few hours tonight, probably. So, really hoping this can be the last night we do this. Well, good luck to you too, then. What server do you play on? Okay, gotcha. I was gonna say if one dropped for me, I could throw it your way, but I guess not. Yeah. No problem. Alright, this kill will put us under 14%. Ugh. And just waited. He got stuck. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So we won't be able to... one rotation, probably. Oh. Can. We can. A bit of fat finger for you. I didn't make it. Yeah. Couldn't reach it. Again, twice this run. Oh well, what can you do? Over you fight him what 200 times, you're bound to get a few annoying buggy situations. You know me, always the optimist. What just happened? Did I lag? No idea what that was. It's the first time I've seen that. Oh, not my dash. We had to get that one punch in, you know? It's worth it. You're in one of those moods, yeah. I've been there plenty of times. Where it's like, you want to play something, like you're definitely in the mood to play something, but it's like, for whatever reason, it's just like, nothing sounds good, like nothing's clicking right. I know exactly what you're talking about, that's funny. It's exactly like that when I get like that too, where it's like, I just want to play a game where I'm like grinding something towards some sort of progression. Yeah. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy how much I know what you're talking about. Luckily for me, I never really got into WoW. I played it for the very first time when Hardcore was out, and I got to level 60 with a rogue, and was super satisfied with that experience, and I was like, alright, I have no desire to continue playing, I accomplished my goal, and yeah, it was nice to have like a stopping point, I guess. I did a handful of the level 60 dungeons, but I didn't do like raiding or anything, but yeah. I got into it because of the whole like streamer thing. What was it, only... what do they call it? Only Fangs? Was that it? But it was like that whole thing that they did was actually what got me into playing WoW some. And I originally got into it with the... my original plan was to do raiding, but by the time I got around... like, by the time I got to 60, I just... wasn't interested. Well, let me back up a little bit. I had a guild that I was planning on raiding with, and we couldn't hardly run level 60 dungeons because everybody kept dying all the time. And it's like, I got to 60, we ran a handful of dungeons, and then we were doing one, I don't know what's what, but we were doing one with a bunch of like the ogres or whatever. The like two-headed guys, I think they're ogres. And there was some quest we were doing where it's like there's a flag or a totem or something that you're like supposed to use to like shock the enemies, and the elites were like all super strong. But we didn't know exactly what we were gonna, like what the thing was, and like 3 people died. And then after they died, I sat there at level 60 for like a month waiting for people to get back to 60, and I was like, well, and they kept dying trying to get back to 60, and I was like, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and shelf it. I'm like paying for a subscription, but I'm not doing anything. I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, it was like legitimately a fun experience. I did actually enjoy it quite a bit. It changed my opinion on WoW players. I'll say that. It's not as lame as it's not as lame of a game as I thought it was. Why does it matter that they died? Because I didn't have anyone to run dungeons with and stuff, and I didn't want to pub. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's because it was hardcore, so when they died, they had to start over. And I did pugs a couple times, and it almost got me killed almost every time. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore, because I swear everybody's a complete moron, so... yeah. Like, people just do the most random stupid stuff, or like panic and freaking out. And that was the thing too, when when our party wiped when we were doing Dire Maul, it was like everybody just panicked. Like I feel like nobody had to die, but everybody just panicked and like lost their minds when it started going south. And it kind of made me nervous to continue playing with them anyway. Yeah. I mean, that was the only way, because I learned that early on when I died several times. Yo, what's up, Harry? I learned that early on, dying several times, there's a lot of things that kill you where you die simply because you just didn't know. Like, there's a lot of stuff in the game like that. And so I got to where I was doing a lot of, like, reading and stuff before doing it. Like, I never did a single dungeon without doing, like, a lot of reading and, like, watching playthroughs and stuff. Which, I don't know, maybe some people think that's lame or something, but the only time I didn't was when we were doing the late game dungeons. I was letting them tell me what it was all about. What build am I doing now with Rogue? I'm doing my Claw Fins build. I didn't even get the blood that I was trying to get to. It's funny. I'm doing Claudius and Leviathan Fins. It's an okay build. It's not great, but it's fun. Is it worth the power level a warrior to farm bosses fast and forever? You think? I think so. It probably would be. Yeah, what's up, Nim? Yeah, I changed it up a little bit since then, but it's pretty close to the same as it was in that video. The only thing that I really changed is my talents. I can show you my talents real quick. The build itself is the same. Yeah, Water Rogue. I was calling it Splash Rogue initially. But here's my talents right now, at least for this. Because they patched the talents, so it's a little bit different now. It actually made this much more viable. Let's just drag him over here. Oh, I'll have to read that message after. When it's real big like that, it doesn't fit on my screen. Okay, this is super jank, but it's fine. It's not OP. It's decent. Like, it's not bad. I think a lot of the meta rogue builds kill this in, like, around 4.5 minutes, probably. 4 to 4.5, and I kill it in around 5. About 5 minutes. So, it's a little bit slower, but to me it's just a fun build to play. It's definitely more damage than Thornlace and, Toothpick. Fun is what matters. I agree. Weapon offhand and arsenal. It's Claudius main hand and Leviathan Fins offhand using Groundswell Strike and Abyssal Fury. Do you enjoy this version of the build or the first one I was playing with? You mean the Thornlace Toothpick? I think this one's way more fun. When the new content comes out, I'll be doing my Thornlace Toothpick combo, because it's just really simple. But this one's more fun, and it definitely kills Chuck faster than Thornlace does, for sure. I think Daggers is probably a little bit faster. But yeah, like I said, this isn't too bad. Both of them are legendary. Where'd you get them? From Crab Gantua and the Crab Gantua drops the claws and the God, whatever it's called, the Lost City of is it Maida? Is that it? Drops the fins. Heard there's another update at the end of June. There is. I'm very excited for it. I want to get my. I got 3 videos that I want to put out, maybe 4 before that happens. So I need to like get serious about grinding here. But to answer your question, no, I don't think it's worth grinding for legendaries anymore. If you want to grind, I would grind collection, so like pets, mounts, gliders. Other than that, I think there's no real reason to grind weapons anymore, because they're going to increase the level cap, so that means the weapons will be obsolete pretty quickly. Chickened out. Did a lot of damage this first rotation. Yeah, I would do it on hard because you won't get the level 20 version unless you do it on hard. You can still get it at low level. But yeah, you should pretty much always do it on hard mode so you get the max level. Yeah, I agree. I think purple's good enough for now. I really need to pay attention. I'm gonna die. Yeah, it's very tedious. No, I haven't leveled Priest. I'm working on one because I'm doing a video for collecting all the chests and orbs, and I'm using a Priest to do it. So technically I'm leveling a Priest right now. But, no, I don't know what the late game build is for Priest. I do think it's... I know it's Amon, but I don't know what else people use. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Think Rogue kills the fastest? I'm pretty sure Warrior does. I have one, but it's like level 10? I think it's 10. I haven't played it too much. I might level the other classes if I finish what I want to do for collection and I have enough time. I'll probably just start leveling other classes. Get them ready for the new stuff. Yeah, this boss is super annoying. It's by far the most annoying in the game. What was this message? I was in a guild that did not want to do the research, I want to do raids, and I would learn as I went. Not on hardcore, though, right? That'd be wild. Nice, we missed the uppercut. Very good. Do and point out what I noticed and would be ignored, so I stopped writing with that. Oh yeah, that's super annoying. They were open to be trying out ideas. I would have to keep trying, but they were dumb. Hear that? With the... Yeah, so heroic mode will have new mechanics. There's no plans for heroic on this next patch, though. I don't believe. Although, I think they said they're going to release more information on what all the updates going to have over time. Yeah, let's just pull them over here. Yeah, I can't wait to see what new mechanics they add to this fight and see how much that bugs it out even more. Oh, no, actually, I'm missing 2 still. I think the one I've got 4 for my E is actually what I want, but technically I'm still missing 2. I have 2 different videos on where you can farm for runes. I got one for where you can farm everything below your level 20 runes, and then I have a video on where to farm your level 20 runes. The farming video initially, it's a little bit outdated, but the route's still more or less the same. But they changed the spawns a little bit, so technically it could be updated, but because the new content's coming out soon, I don't think it really matters. No, I have no interest in playing with a controller. I've seen some people doing it. To me, it looks, I don't know, inefficient maybe. But I don't know. I haven't played with a controller in so long for hardly any games. Like some JRPGs or something I'll do, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I was a console gamer for like 20-something years. But it just looks like, from what I've seen of the controller layout, it looks really hard to do your rotations fast. Like, I have to use all of my buttons constantly, right? So I feel like it would be so hard for me to do it efficiently with a controller. Yeah, especially with aiming, true. Yeah, they'll be doing a bunch, so there's a lot to go, so I like what they've been doing so far. I like their direction, I like their ideas, I like the way they think. I have high hopes for this game. They fixed it some, but yeah, there's still a lot to go with Chuck. They're having a hard time, I think, with the collision, because that's almost all of the issues come from the train collision. There's obviously a couple other things, but the biggest issue is they haven't really found a solution for that. Technically, the solution to me would be to make it where he just doesn't have collision with the trains. But I don't know how much that would screw other stuff up. Oh, I'm just standing in poison? No, I'm not. Oh, is that taking so much damage? Huh. friends don't like this game that much. Yeah, I try to get a few to play with me. I mean, I have a couple people that are playing with me, but kind of playing with me. They're playing adjacent to me. But I look forward to content that actually needs parties. I don't really like how easy it is to kind of solo everything in the game currently. And you actually, because it's so easy to solo, it's actually almost everything, in my experience, unless you're playing with like another like very strong player. It's actually harder. Say it again. It's actually harder playing with a group if they're not all good. Like, you get punished for playing with friends if all your friends aren't as good as each other, right? And I don't like that. And they did it in a way where it's kind of, it's just gonna happen that way, because when you have the content created in a way where it's intended to be soloable, and you know that they did it that way because it's scaling based on party size. So it's literally scaled down to be done with one player, and then scales up based on party size. And because they did it that way, it's like, well, the intention was for it to be basically a single-player game. Like, you can't just play a single player. And I just think that if you're making an MMO, that's not necessarily the best idea. Like, it's kind of okay, but I don't know. We'll see what they plan on doing. I'm just not the biggest fan of it, I guess. Yeah, the fact that only one weapon drops, right? Everybody gets their own armor, but it's just one weapon. Which is really all that matters. Well, not always, but generally. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to think of how to word this, because I still enjoyed playing the game solo, right? But when I first saw that there was like roles, that's what I was excited for, because I wanted like a classic like roles. You know, you got your healer, your support, your DPSs, your tank, that kind of stuff. I also don't like the game the game in the current state is a DPS fest. It's always better to focus on DPSing instead of tank. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Like, the best way to do bosses right now is not to do sustain builds or anything. It's to find a build that can kill them so fast that you can avoid all the mechanics. Like, that is the best way to play the game right now, and that is pretty lame. And then when they tried nerfing it, everybody freaked out, so... Well, they nerfed the worst one, the worst offender, I guess, but they still buffed Rogue to make it where they could kind of match them a little bit more, so yeah, I don't know. That's the only concern I have so far. The only thing I disagree with, I guess, with the direction of the game right now. Hope they put a job advancement in the future, like Rogue to Assassin, Priest to Bishop, Warrior to Knight. Yeah. I'm sure they have a lot of plans for that kind of stuff. I mean, we are just literally barely scratching the surface of the game. We'll see what all they have planned. Warrior and Priest can tank the mechanic. Oh. But yeah, no, it kind of bothered me, I guess, in the beginning of the game when I was like, you know, I didn't watch how anybody was doing anything. And then I was all proud of myself because I was like, yeah, I found this Thornlace toothpick combination, which makes me, like, immortal. And I was feeling all, like, clever and stuff because I put together this combo that felt amazing. And then everybody's like, I killed Ratsar in 28 seconds. And I was like, oh, okay. That's cool too, I guess. But in my opinion, and I don't think this is what we're gonna see, I would like to see bosses put together in a way and nerfs happen in a way where you can't just solo everything, and there's not scaling up or down based on party size, but rather that you just need to have a party to do it. Like, that's what I would like to see it become. Because right now, dungeons are a joke, and maybe that's what they want to do with, like, heroics, and just leave normal and hard mode to be soloable. And maybe heroics will be something that has to be with a party. But they're gonna have to do so much. I don't know how they're gonna navigate it, to be honest, because there has to be a lot of changes that need to be done. In ways where it'd be... I don't even know how you would do it, to be honest. I don't even know. Because the issue is, if you nerf all the single-player stuff so that they can't just solo everything, because there's, like, a lot of infinite sustain stuff out there, then you also ruin the ability for players to do normal mode and hard mode in single-player. But maybe that's fine, like, maybe that's the goal. Like, there is a lot of kind of soft and rage type mechanics in a lot of these fights, which I think is cool. It's not just... Like, there are a few bosses, which is kind of why, like, I didn't mind the, like, massive sustain as much. Because there's a lot of bosses where, like, you can tank them forever, but eventually you'll run out of time. Like, theoretically, right? Like, Revlo Chonk, whatever. Guy's name is awful. You know, Lady B, she's destroying your arena. Elizabeth has a stacking infinite deep dot. Like, there is stuff that, like, technically puts a timer on it. And I like that. I actually do like those kind of mechanics. But I'm interested to see what kind of mechanics they end up doing in the game for these boss fights. I enjoy using support class, but in this game so far there's not much need for support since all classes... Yep. Maybe I think the hardest for the mechanic. Yeah, she can be kind of tough. I was kind of lucky to get them out from her very quickly. World War A, thank you for the follow. I agree the heroic dungeons need to kind of force party clearings, and soloing them should be for hardcore gamers. Yeah. I think. I mean, I wouldn't mind if it just never becomes soloable, but we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. I think the first couple updates will give us a really good idea of what the rest of the game is going to look like, I think. At least for a while. Hmm. I hate that. How long will I be streaming? Tonight until my soul gives out. So, probably around 3 hours total. Right now, I still feel fine. I don't know. I just want to be done with this so badly. We'll see. See how we do tonight. If I'm up for it, I will go beyond 3 hours, but usually 3 hours is about when I feel like giving up, at best. This first hour and a half has been good, because you guys being here chatting with me, like, makes it so much easier. So, spirits are still high right now. But when I'm, like, sitting in silence, that's when it starts getting bad. It's pretty common, yeah. It's good. Ugh. I mean, I've been hit by the train so many times. Like, I've gotten pretty good at getting hit by the train without dying at this point, for whatever that's worth. Or panicking like I used to. Yeah, I used to have like a mental breakdown every time I got hit by the train. Yeah, I appreciate it. Vinen? Is it Vinen? I appreciate it. Vignon. Venom. Okay. Like Venom? Is that close enough? I think we'll all... Wait, I think we all will be getting that Spidey sense. Hang on. Gotcha, okay. Venom. Venom. I'm gonna call you Ven, okay? I think we'll all be getting that Spidey sense when running this Chuck boss. Oh, yeah, I gotcha. Where are we going, Chuck? Chuck! Chuck, you're trolling me! Why are you the way that you are? Come on, Chuck. You have an idea for this boss. Okay. Man, I hate that when the AoE hits like one enemy only. Okay, it's okay though. Have a lot of space to work with here. Did you reset again? Okay, a little bit. Not completely, but still. Brother, can we, like, fight properly? God. This is aggravating me. Brother Chuck. Brother Chuck. Yeah, he's gonna, yeah, because we wasted so much time. Awesome. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad, actually. It would be a lot less annoying than this. There's, like, so much time wasting in this fight. That's the part that makes it so aggravating. Just the amount of, like, standing there, waiting, while he's, like, throwing cheese around and slowly flying across here while we wait for this train to slowly show up, and then sometimes he's getting reset, and it's just one big time sink. Not super interactive and fun. Dude, I got so much poison. Am I gonna... Yeah, we're good. We're good. Chuck. He's being extra annoying this time. So I think it's supposed to be like rotten cheese. I believe. Oh boy. Do we make it below 10%? Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay, that's the fastest we've ever done that before. I don't believe so. I was I was looking up a chat. I almost walked off. I did not realize how close I was. Okay. Oh my. What are we at? Almost 2 hours today. It's gonna be in a bad spot. And me not paying attention and having that cheese pull there is rough. I'm just really scared of resetting them. I don't like fighting in front of there. You missed me fighting Chuck. Crazy. Hopefully the train comes on the left. That'd be great. I didn't think so. I actually haven't paid attention to what decides where the train spawns. Because sometimes it's not the same side. Could be random, I guess. Yeah. And I'm not hungry at all, but this fight is making me want to eat some junk food. I don't really know how that correlates. This is what it's doing to me. I mean, I can't believe how much nothing we're getting. Like, not even legendaries. Just nothing. Just a whole bunch of nothing. Welcome back, Harry. Oh, man. Which I would probably, I don't know, I wouldn't be happy to see a legendary, to be honest with you. Where am I from? I live in Alabama in the US. I live on a farm in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, mostly animals. I have a few videos and stuff about. I don't think I want to put on my YouTube, but maybe I can like start sharing them in my Discord or something. A really good number. Sounds good. I'll probably be here. Killing Chuck. It is a white skunk. I keep forgetting the name. It's, I mean, you know how they name their mounts. It's weird. It's hard to remember the names. Chuck. Please, Chuck. Can we just be friends? Can we be friends, Chuck? Please, Chuck. Off stream, a pretty good bit. I spent, I mean, my total is, let me check. Almost 160 hours, about 158. I don't know exactly how much off stream, but a very large majority off stream. Originally, I was just doing videos and not streaming, but then, yeah, I don't know. I started streaming. Why not? Mostly just my farming, though. Just so I could have some company, because I realized when I was doing the companion grind that just doing it by myself in silence for hours upon hours upon hours was not good for me. Oops. Well, asking you shall receive, I guess. I'm actually close to dying. Why'd you even say that, man? It's crazy. Man, oh man. Starting to look like 3 hours was a correct estimate of how long I was gonna last. 'Cause I'm starting to struggle. League of Legends. I actually started playing again recently too. Definitely a game that I'm not gonna stream though, but that game brings out the worst in me. But I played some a couple days ago, a few days ago. It's been a long time since I played. I'd managed to quit for like a year and a half or so. Yeah. But just anything but fighting Chuck. Yo, what's up, Wave? 9-month break from competitive gaming? Yeah, well, I played the original StarCraft. That's what my stream channel before I started doing this was pure StarCraft. And I streamed that for like 9 years or something now. But I kind of want to get away from it and move on to something else, so that's what all this is. Like, this streaming, playing this game, making videos for this is all me trying to get away from StarCraft. I still do, like, casting and commentary and stuff for StarCraft, but I'm trying to quit playing. I accomplished the things that I wanted to accomplish on there. Did it once and that was enough. Yeah, it's the worst fight, man. Oh, I don't even know what my description is on this channel. I forgot I even had one on my Twitch. Oh, yeah, well that makes sense. Yeah, I did that because every time I played something besides StarCraft on my main channel, it would be nothing but people coming in and complaining that I wasn't playing StarCraft. And it was like, it's like sucking the fun out of gaming. Like, I wasn't enjoying playing games because people would come in and complain about what I was playing. So yeah, that was why I made this channel, because it was like, I still want to stream, but yeah, it's just nice to not have people complaining about what I'm playing. Kind of sucks the joy out of everything. And it is such a shame that the fight that I've had to kill so much more than everybody else is this one. Why? Why, Chuck? Why? Like, Honeyzabeth was legitimately fun. I killed her, I think it was 96. It was either 96 or 94. And I enjoyed that. Like, that was an actual enjoyable experience. I don't mind farming her. we've at least gotten a lot better at this. When I first started this one, I was like dying a bunch. Thank God I got past that. Hmm. Right? Yeah. Alright, we're below 12%. It's great. Sweet. I think I can unironically say that Chuck is the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life. What are we doing? Yeah, no, I'm trolling, of course. Yeah. By unironically, I mean ironically. Or not really. We just like to be overdramatic. I haven't tried that. Let me just die for that blood real quick. Man, I think I've made like 2 posts on Reddit in my entire life. I think one was about advertising my StarCraft, and one was for, it was when AI conversations were just coming out, and my brother... my brother had... It is so dumb. So dumb. He asked some, like, hypotheticals, I guess, in, like, a really roundabout way to get AI to give an answer, and he didn't understand at the time that AI is going to give you an answer no matter what. And he thought he had, like, figured out some, like, hidden special plans that... God, what's the Facebook guy? I forget his name. The weirdo. I don't remember his name, but, like, he had some plans for, like, basically taking over the world or something, and he was like, you need to post this. Like, people need to know that AI is, like, selling them out or whatever, and I'm like, brother, this isn't real. But, yeah, whatever. I just posted it for him. It's good stuff. I'd have to look at the conversation again. It's kind of goofy. He was getting all paranoid, like... Yeah, I don't know. We had some, like, helicopters fly by, and he thought there was, like, a non-zero chance they were, like, looking for him because he'd figured something out that he wasn't supposed to figure out, and... That's weird. For a paranoid fella. It is actually crazy how common it is. I couldn't believe when I kept hearing all the stories about the stuff that was happening. Especially initially. With, like, kids and stuff. It was, like, wild. What did I start at today? Got a lot of kills. I think it was 191 today. Maybe a little bit more. Like 194. Something like that. Man, man, oh man. I felt so optimistic. You completely forgot what ancient time is. The best place that I find is around in this area here. There's like a bunch all up in here, like a bunch of 10 stacks. I think there's like three 10 stacks over there, just on the low ground. When I say low ground, I mean like not up in the tower. No problem. Is that a hit? That's just gonna make combo points anyway. Okay. Does it normally do that? Maybe it always does that and I just never even noticed. Yeah, I saw someone do a video. The speed was about the same as mine. It's a little bit faster than what I'm doing. And I just didn't want to bother. I didn't feel like going through the effort of getting everything set up and getting like all my gear changed and everything for it. Or if at this point it would have been worth it. I'd done it when I first learned about it. But I don't know. We're this deep now with this build, so we're just sticking to it, I guess. But it did look much more kind of chill. Main thing that I liked about when I did watch that was this part looked really easy with the bow. I'll be interested if someday we get to where we can actually weapon swap. Because if you can weapon swap, it would change the way you would do a ton of fights. It would actually give you a lot more options, I think, for weapon combinations. I'm dead, actually. Okay. We tried to die. You have to respawn. Crazy. Alright, we've reached the part where I'm sighing after every single kill, involuntarily. Yeah, I doubt they'll do it as well. But they're so far from completing the game. Who knows what all we'll end up with by the time it's over. I personally like the way it's set up right now. I like the way it's set up right now, and it kind of makes where every time new weapons get added, like the number of like potential combinations goes up by a lot, right? So I think it's pretty good. Like, to me, it's fun to think that the weapons we have right now can still very easily be just as viable for, like, the rest of the game. More or less. I mean, obviously there's some crappy weapons too, but... Like there could be certain combinations that open them up, or you know, that might buff some weapons or something to get them a little bit more on par with the others. Yeah, 100% agree. I was saying that earlier. The first like couple of content patches will give us a good idea of what their direction is going to be, I think. Very, very excited for the end of the month. Oh! I forgot to look for the train. I'm completely lost in thought now. Worked out though. Rewarded. Rewarded for not paying attention. Yeah, right, that I guess remains to be seen. Yeah, I'm curious if this is something I can actually play like long-term and they come up with like a legitimate long-term MMO that I can play with my friends and create a community and this and that and have it long-term, or if it's going to be, like you said, just eventually the game is done, we went through it from the beginning, and then it's like, alright, well, moving on, I guess. Dude, my stutter... It starts stuttering when I stream for a couple hours, this game. Yeah, definitely. For sure. 11-5-2. okay. Technically, we're very, very far from lottery winning bad odds, so can't complain yet, I guess. Even though I really, really want to. Welcome back, brother Ben. We killed some Chuck, and we have absolutely nothing to show for it. Got one legendary so far. In, what was it, 216? 215? Solid. One legendary, no mount. It was Amon. Not today, but like 180 kills ago. Good luck. I never quite got a pre-wave with this build. I think the best I got was like around 10%. Which is pretty good for an off-meta build, I think. Not bad. Wait, what? Did I lose? How much time? Did I zone out? I don't know what happened. Did he get stuck at some point? I don't know when I lost so much time. Gotcha. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, when I did around 10% it was with buffs. I think it was. Actually, I'm not 100% sure now. I think it was, though. Oh, yeah, gotcha. Horn Stinger. Interesting. Let me do this real quick. Okay. Necklace. I'm using the adaptability one. I'll go ahead and post this here now while it's on my mind. If you guys ever want to hang out, join the Discord. You can hang out with me between streams. We can chat, whatever. Trying to build a little bit of a community for hanging out with Forever and things like that, and maybe eventually some other games as well. But yeah, it's just a place where we can chat about Forever, share some info, hang out, whatever. I plan on doing some like gear giveaways or something at some point. I probably won't be doing any of that until the patch, though. The content patch. I was having a thought. It's funny, whenever I played StarCraft, usually my limit when I was playing ladder was around 4 hours, was when I would start to just kind of lose it. But Chuck is around 2.5 hours, is when I start really falling off. So Chuck takes more of a toll on me than StarCraft. Hey, what's up, Natty? Should I call you something different? Should I start calling you Melon? That's what Suki was calling you. It's probably more normal. It's probably a more normal name. tapped out. I don't even know if it's easier. It's more like I'm a hipster and I have to call people by things that most people don't call them by. And that's really the entire thought process. It's really not much more than that. Yeah, hipster. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. If I don't have this within a couple days, I think I am just gonna give up, I think. And I'm just gonna make the videos without it. Maybe I'll come back later. Yeah. This game is easy peasy for me? What do you mean? What makes you say that? I guess that's a fair metric, sure. I don't know, but you're not dead. We're trying to die. Oh, we're trying. And the only reason I'm not dying is because we've killed this guy 216 times in a row, so you start to get good at the fight, you know? Whether you want to be or not. Yeah, it's not been very lucky. And most people would agree this is the worst fight in the game. Some people don't like the Lady B as much, I guess. Maybe. I think this one's the worst by far. But yeah, I know you don't know what's going on, but the reason I'm killing this guy so much is because there is one more mount that I'm missing in the game, and it drops from this guy. It's a 1% drop chance, and we're at 217 kills without the drop yet, so the Farever gods hate me. So I started including the chance that I've killed it this many times without getting the drop. And if you look at it, it's an 11.29% chance that I would have killed it 217 times without it dropping, which, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that bad yet. I mean, I was well over the, like, I think the worst I got before was like 65%, like, in my favor. So, like, this is technically the first time I'm actually below 50% even. So by all rights, I can't really complain because I've gotten everything pretty lucky up to this point. And this is the first time I've had like negative luck. The problem is it's the worst fight in the game that I've had negative luck on. Alright, Vin. I appreciate you hanging out, man. The company makes the grind much less painful. How have your streams been going, Maddie? And Melon? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Oh no, I'm checked out for sure. I saw you were streaming Hogwarts today? Or I guess yesterday for you. I haven't played that game. I've watched some people play it a little bit. And it unironically looks pretty good. I'll probably never play it, but it actually looks good. I should. I don't think I will, though. But I mean, I'm a sucker for RPGs and stuff, so... I'll say it's a non-zero chance. But it's pretty low. I have a feeling you need to play it a bunch offline so it didn't take a year to complete. Because your streams are short, or... because you do more chatting than playing games? I mean, I guess we'll see. I respect the optimism. Both to get distracted easy, yeah. Well, you take your time to read all of your chat, which is good to do for small streamers, but you have an extremely active chat. Despite not having like the biggest following, you get a decent number of viewers, but your viewers are like super talkative, right? Like, it's very close-knit feeling in your stream. Yeah, it helps. Like, having people chatting makes streaming so much less painful. Or, like, the grinds and stuff, I should say. When I'm playing StarCraft, I don't care if people chat with me, because I'm usually focused on what I gotta do anyway. It's not really a good game for chatting. But doing this, I, like, desperately need people to talk to me because I don't lose my mind. Yeah, on StarCraft, I usually get mad when people talk to me. I've seen you lurking in my chat before, so I'm sure you've noticed. I'm very pissy when I'm playing StarCraft. I still play because it is the only thing that I actually make money doing. It is literally the only reason I still play it, but I've started playing it a lot less. Dang, 18%. It's brutal. The main channel is Aussie_the hockey. But it is exclusively StarCraft, and it's where you can see a completely different side of me. When I'm playing RPGs or really any other game, I'm happy, I'm in a good mood. You guys see this side of me. If you want to hear me whining and crying and complaining all the time, then you can watch me play StarCraft. But I'm not the fun kind of whiny. Yeah, thanks, Natty. It's not the entertaining kind of whiny. Like, some people, like, when they rage, they, like, rage out and yell and swear and this and that, and people, like, find it entertaining. My whiny, I think, is, it's not fun. It's not the, like, fun, the fun kind of whine. You're less whiny when you stream, yeah. Well, when I'm by myself, like, if I'm playing a game and I'm not streaming, or I don't have people around, I just don't even say anything. I just sit there completely silent. I don't even get mad. I don't know why, but when people are watching me, or I know people are around, or there's someone for me to, like, talk to or vent to when I'm playing StarCraft, that's what ends up making me whine. But if it's, like, by myself, I don't say much. Or feel much, even. I'm just dead inside, I guess. I don't know. Yo, Numb Pulse, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah. Once we start dipping below 10%, I think I might start complaining a little bit more. Like, once I'm hitting, like, 8 and 9%. Then I think we start gaining that right just a little bit. Monster Chuck. I actually lost a lot of sleep over this guy so far. And I say that because there has been more than one occasion where I was trying to sleep and I started dreaming about our boy Chuck. And it messes with my sleep. I wish I was joking. This is actually true. Well, we're past 3 hours today. I still feel okay. Well, that's thanks to you guys. Yeah, very surprisingly. It's because a lot of people have been chatting with me tonight. Just makes it much, much easier. And usually it's those stretches where I'm not talking to anybody that like really drains me. So I've had a pretty good bit of chatter tonight, which has been really nice. So, are we ever playing Peak again, or was that a one and done thing? We almost reset him. I did 2 build videos on my YouTube. See the Peaker Slay the Spire? Look! It sounded like you didn't want to play Slay the Spire. I saw you're on Ascension 5. I told you I'm bad at the game. I don't have anything beyond Ascension 2, I think. Like, you're officially way better than me now. But yeah, on my YouTube channel, I have 2 build videos. I have one for this build that I'm using now, just kind of the for fun build, and then I did one for the what was it? Thorn Lace and Toothpick. But I won't be doing any more until the new content comes out. And I'm from the US. I live in Alabama in the USA. The USA. Gotcha. Dude, why did I drop? Oh, yeah, right. I was not paying attention. Guess we'll fight him on this side then. Oh, that hits me. Sure. Yeah, my survival rate's also super low. But it's okay. It is a thinking game for sure. So my problem with Slay the Spire is I know more or less like what you should do, like when you're deck building. I like have a general idea anyway. The problem is I want to do what sounds fun no matter what, which means that I lose all the time and I end up with these god-awful decks every single time because of it. I don't like adapt to what's being thrown out to me, like what my options are or anything. It's just like, no, I want to do an X deck. And I will not allow the game to tell me what else to do. And that's just not the correct way to play. He just... Ugh. Ugh. Am I bugged? Maybe we're bugged. Probably not. But... I don't know. Select cards that look pretty. I like that you made it sound like you won't play with me because you need to practice. And then you tell me your strategy is that you have no strategy. How many hammers have I passed up? Like, epic ones? I don't know. Like 100? Hard to say. Off bed, gonna pick up ESO again tomorrow to fill the void. Okay. I haven't played that one either, but I've actually heard quite a few good things about it. It's another one that I've heard that's pretty good, but I will never play. %? Okay. Getting there with a, like, super off-meta build. 15 quest chain from 9 years ago. That unlocks the ability to create your own spells. Okay. Does sound like quite the grind. I really hope this content patch at the end of the month actually can last us a while. One of the things I'm currently worried about is that it's going to be basically a lot less than what we got initially here. Which I feel like should end up being the case. I'll be very surprised if we get more. Than what we got here to start. It's my biggest fear. It's not my biggest fear. It's a fear. Well, they said they planned on having multiple announcements about the different stuff that's coming over the month. So I think there's more than what the initial announcement was. But we'll see. Is that 221? 10.84. All right. Both viewership and my energy is starting to drop, which means it might be about quitting time. Done almost 3.5 hours now. think this is the longest I've done ever against Chuck. I think. I may have done 4 hours in the beginning. Maybe. Back when I used to have hope. Oh. Okay. I may or may not be here when you get back. Like a very, very safe statement for me to make. Oh my god. I actually thought I was dead. Yeah, I could have actually... If I didn't just give up right away, I could have just shadow stepped back. Yeah, I think it's about time to quit. We're checking out. We are mentally checked out. We've surpassed our limit. So I'm gonna make this my last kill. I actually did Magic Pin for this one. I think armor is probably better, but I did Magic Pin because I wanted the big crits on my uppercut. Just whatever sounded the most fun. But I think that armor pin would be better, yes. Oh, man. Oh, man. Just been worn down. Stopped dodging things. Big ol' stutter. Okay. It is time for me to give up tonight. Never lucky, man. $222. That's a nice number to quit on. Did not do that on purpose. Here's the question. Actually, yeah. So I'm gonna call it here. I think tomorrow we're just gonna do it. I'm gonna wake up in the morning. I'm gonna eat breakfast. And I'm gonna settle in and we're gonna play all day. I will do like 8 to 10 hours if that's what it takes. Yeah, it's the only place, unfortunately. It is literally only possible to get it from Chuck. So tomorrow is gonna be one of those. I'm just gonna turn my stream on and the stream ends when he drops them out, however long that takes. Because I've got to get this over with. I just have to. So yeah, that's what we're doing tomorrow. Call it a now. Alright, well, GG's. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me company. Thanks for asking questions, hanging out, chatting, all that good stuff. Like I said earlier, I'll go ahead and post it again. If you want to hang out with me off stream or just chat, hang out with other players, whatever, I'm trying to build a little bit of a community. This is where you can join my Discord. We can hang out some there. I'm also going to start posting like farm videos and crap in there too, because a lot of people like that stuff. So, an abundance potion? I don't think so. I don't think it helps. But, yeah, my brain is fried, so we're gonna call it here. And tomorrow, we're just gonna go all day. I don't care. Whatever that takes. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good night. Have a good day.